Mayor Slocum 23, you're joining me for the Royal Heir, Book 3, Chapter 7, Will Hunting. You and your friends have returned to Valtoria from Fidelia, where you learned about Barthelemy's secret hunting lodge. Soon after you've made plans to investigate, Maxwell strides in and strikes a stately pose in a new outfit. Are you cosplaying as a kid detective? No, this is my disguise. I'm going with you to investigate my dad's super secret hunting lodge. I can't believe Barthelemy had a whole property he kept hidden from his family. I can believe it's pretty easily. He's done some bad things. All the more reason to sneak into his lodge and raid for clues. Speaking of sneaking, Riley, why haven't you changed? Is what I'm not wearing, or what I'm wearing, not sneaky enough? This is an undercover mission. You're going to need to look the part. True. We'll want to be incognito, in case there's any staff there at the cabin. Quickly, Watson, up to my wardrobe. Yes, if you look like posh hunters, you can fool anyone who sees you. Exactly. My cover identity is Cromwell Babberley, prodigal heir of Fish Cannery Empire, betrayed by his best friend. I think I'll start with clothes and maybe deal with the backstory later. Oh, that works too. Your friends help you pick out a smart, stylish hunting outfit. This outfit will give you an advantage and unlock special dialogue options in the chapter. I literally told you we were going to become Sherlock. Maxwell is our Watson. What do you think? Hunt-worthy? It's perfect. Hunting never looks so good. You really think we'll have to hunt some animals? No, we just have to look like we could, and you're nailing it. Maxwell beams, but suddenly his expression falls, a tinge of doubt in his eyes. Are you sure you want to come with me, Maxwell? I could handle it on my own. We all agreed this was a smaller, stealthier mission. I know, but this is something I need to do. Some dumb, hopeful part of me still thinks my dad might have a good explanation for all of this. Maybe this lodge was just one of those male midlife crisis indulgences, like a caveman room. Man cave. I hate to say it, but if he kept it hidden, there was probably a reason. We don't know what that... It was a bad reason. Maybe it was meant to be a surprise, like a Christmas gift. I don't think he was gonna slide this one under the tree. Look, I know he's done some horrible things, but he's still my dad. I have to investigate this lodge. Oh, what if new evidence shows that he was being controlled or misled? Or there's some Snape-esque revelation neatly explaining his misunderstood heroism. Maxwell, don't give Barthelemy so much credit. I want to find out what's at the lodge, too. But let's not forget how much Barthelemy has threatened and wronged us. I understand. Thanks, everyone, for agreeing to follow this lead. I know this priority number 1 is securing votes from the great houses. Come on, man. Of course we have your back on this. Yeah. There's time for both goals. We have plenty of time to root out whatever Barthelemy's hiding before the deciding vote. Now that sounds like a game plan. Maxwell sniffs away an emotional tear. You guys are the best. Now, Pip, sally forth. The game's afoot. You are not Sherlock. Okay, you stop this. Please tell me that's not the voice you're gonna go with. Actually, there's someone whose approval I need before we go. I promise I'll be back before you know it, Amanda. Upstairs in the playroom, Lingham joins you as you begin the arduous process of saying goodbye to Amanda. Don't worry, Amanda, Daddy will be here, along with Auntie Hannah and Uncle Drake. Amanda toddles towards you across the mattress in the sitting area of her playhouse. Holding you for balance, she pulls herself close and grips your cheeks. Mama. Oh my god, that face. How am I supposed to leave now? I can't. I have an idea. What if we get something to cheer Amanda up? What do you have in mind? You're sitting on it. We could spruce up the little area of the playhouse with new bedding and curtains. You picture it in your mind. Wah, 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 wah. Oh my god, those pillows are adorable. A cute, comfy place for Amanda to cuddle up and nap? Exactly. What do you say? Upgrade the playroom sitting area to unlock a scene and play with Amanda before you go. Soon after a few arrangements, you snuggle up with Amanda on the newly decorated sitting area of the playhouse. The adorbs. New pillows, new sheets, new decor. What do you think, Amanda? Amanda claps her hands and gleefully begins rolling on the soft mattress. Oh, she likes it already. You throw a bedsheet over you and Amanda, letting it slowly drape you in a curtain of white. You hear excited giggles and rustling of fabric as Amanda crawls somewhere under the sheet. Amanda, the tickle monster's gonna find you! You stalk forward under the sheet and pounce on your prey. I got you! It's adorbs. Amanda giggles in delight as you cover her belly in tickles and kisses. Eventually. She's all tuckered out from laughing, and I can tell from those droopy eyelids that she's about to go down for a nap. That sounds like the perfect time to make an exit. I'll make sure our little princess is tucked in. You plant one last kiss on Amanda's impossibly soft cheeks. Sweet dreams, my Amanda. And give one last kiss to Liam as well. Good luck, my love. I'll see you soon. Later that day, you arrive at the small, unassuming building in a secluded forest at the address Samalis gave you. This must be the place. Quaint, idyllic, perfect for a family. I hate it. But on the upside, it seems deserted. True, we may have our run of the place. After all, no one's expecting us.
Hello there! Been expecting you.
Ah! What? Who are you? I mean, yes, hello there. You notice a kindly old man appear from around the corner of the building.
I'm Glenn. I'm the groundskeeper here on the property. The boss called and said a visitor would be coming by the lodge. You're very early, but that's partly my mistake. My mind isn't the steel trap it used to be.
The boss? You mean Lord Barthelemy?
Of course, who else would I mean? Lord Barthelemy didn't tell me your names, huh?
My name is Cromwell Babberley of Hylilian Babberleys. I'm sure you'll want to hear my very complete backstory.
Oh, goodness, no, I never pried to a guest's personal life.
Oh, are you sure? Because it's so intriguing origin story.
Then what about you? Haven't caught your name?
My name, we'll go with Muffy. Yeah, Muffy is my name.
Miss Muffy checks out to me. Of course, my mind's not the steel trap it used to be.
Oh, clearly. Right, well, Glenn, could you tell us what Lord Barthelomy's plans were with us? Nothing nefarious, I'm sure.
Oh, my lord doesn't divulge such details to me. I just know that he comes here to hunt, relax, meet with people in utmost privacy, and my job is to tend the grounds and entertain guests like yourself.
Oh, well, speaking of grounds, we were hoping to just take a look at the property.
Oh, a guide at all? Excellent idea. I'll be happy to accompany.
Well, we'd be fine just taking a stroll by ourselves.
Nonsense, I don't mind it at all, unless you're looked down, supervised for untoward purposes.
Maxwell discreetly shoots you a worried look and whispers, I guess we're gonna have to keep up this act until we ditch him. Plus, he must know a ton about my dad's secret dealings. If we gain his trust, we might get some info. Lead the way, Glenn.
Pip pip cheerio.
Glenn takes you on a stroll through the pastoral greens and wooded groves.
We're quite proud of these grounds. You'll find this acreage teeming with wildlife.
Oh, yes, it's an elven paradise. What would you think of Barthelemy Beaumont? A strict guy, bad guy, misunderstood but secretly good guy?
A private guy. Always wary of dishonest characters getting close and prying into his business.
Right, good thing no one's here but us honest, honorable hunters.
Speaking of which, I'd love to know more about your hunting experience. Tell me, Muffy, what game do you prefer?
Your outfit has unlocked a special dialogue options in green, so basically allowing us to cheat. I prefer to hunt whatever noble beast poses the greatest challenge. I welcome any game that would test my skills, here in the gauntlet of Mother Nature.
Ah, well said. You definitely look like the sort to pursue Master of the Wild.
Oh yes, impeccable talent and style, I'd say.
Agreed.
Later, land tours continue over streams and shaded trails.
Well, these are some of Lord Barthelemy's favourite trails to trek with guests.
Yes, guests. And what sort of guests has he been seeing lately?
Very pointed question. Why do you ask?
Jesus, Maxwell, it's called subtlety. Only so that we can contact these guests and discuss hunting gear recommendations.
Oh, I see. Well, unfortunately, I am charged to keep the guest's privacy per Lord's request. But speaking of gear, Muffy, as an experienced hunter yourself, what type of firearms are your fancy?
Really? I hunt with a matchlock, a Mossberg. So for those of you who do not have the outfit, go with a matchlock. For those of you who do, obvious choice, Predator's instinct and deadly cunning. It doesn't matter what I carry in my hands, my greatest weapon is up here. You tap your temple with a roguish smile.
Ah, spoken like a true hunter. I should get those words embroidered on my wall decor.
Oh, embroidery sounds fun.
Maxwell, shut up.
But not as fun as the manly sport of hunting.
Yes, embroidery is only a close second.
After a long stroll through the grounds, Glenn brings you back to the lodge.
Well, I hope you found the grounds to your liking. I can show you to the lodge proper. If you get settled, I just have to sign you in. Oh dear, forgive me. What was your names again?
I am, of course, Cromwell Babberley of Hylian Babbit.
Yes, got it, didn't you?
Me. Answer with the same alias you gave earlier to keep you from arousing suspicion. Oh, we have to correct this. Okay. Muffy.
Oh, yes, all right, Muffy. The name suits you.
Oh, thank you. It was my mother's.
And it's beautiful. I don't know how I could have forgotten. I guess my mind's not the steel trap it used to be.
You don't say. Ah, good one.
Nice. I
told you getting in the character would pay off. Glenn turns and leads you both to the entrance of the lodge. You see him slow his pace, clearly mulling something over.
Before we proceed, it's nice to have a chat with some seasoned hunters. It speaks to your character. I'm sure you're a trustworthy sort.
That's us. You can trust us with anything. Including whatever you tell us about Lord Barthelemy, so we can make a good impression.
I don't see the harm in giving you any my impression of him. Barthelemy Balmont is a savvy, shrewd man. As clever, unflappably composed under pressure, and so driven.
Oh, well, good things, yeah?
But he has a darker side as well. In rare moments, if you peek behind the facade, he's a man who'll stop at nothing to reach his goals. He is ruthless in his tenacity. There's no limit to what he's capable of. He'd sacrifice anyone or anything to achieve his ends. Anyway, shall we continue our tour inside?
Inside the lodge is rustic and homey. Glenn cheerily gives you a rundown of the amenities as you go.
As you can see, a full kitchen down here, a wine cellar out back, some guest rooms available upstairs.
There's gotta be more. Surely Lord Barthelemy has an office or a vault or cryptic basement that's been boarded up.
Oh, nothing like that.
Well, how about over there?
Ah, yes, the fireside lounge is available to you, of course.
Following Glenn to the far side of the building, you notice a corridor beyond the hearth, leading to a door you haven't explored yet. Yeah, what about that?
Oh, that's the trophy room. No one goes in there but Lord Barthelemy and his VIP guests. Something of a caveman, a room, you might say.
Man cave.
That's what I said. Anyway, the room is kept under lock and key, understandably, so I'll ask you to consider it off limits until Lord Barthelemy arrives.
You lean over to Maxwell and whisper, "Any secrets your dad has hidden have got to be in that trophy room." Agreed. We've got to get in there, but how do we get past Duck Hunt Santa? What? Reach into your pocket, and your hand closes around the mysterious key you found in Godfrey's belongings. I've got an idea, but it's a long shot. My favorite kind. I say go for it. Walk over to the mysterious door. Glenn begins to pipe up and protest when you produce the key from your pocket. Glenn, you say the trophy room is under lock and key. VIP guests only, so I'm sure you know what it means that I have the key myself. You place the key into the door, say a silent prayer, and turn until you hear a click and the door unlocks.
No! Oh, well, no guest has had a copy of the key since, well, I'm sure Lord Barthelemy holds you in the highest regard. You must be part of his club, then.
Club? What do you mean?
Oh, I just assumed since Lord Barthelemy was meeting with certain people regularly that maybe he was part of some sort of, forgive me, I'm prying and jumping to conclusion. I'll leave you to your privacy, and please pardon my impudence and absent-mindedness. My mind isn't...
The steel trap it used to be.
Good one. I'll have to remember that for next time.
Glenn humbly shuffles off, leaving you and Maxwell to your business. You and Maxwell enter the trophy room, a lounge with an aroma of leather and wood to match its aesthetic. And then the Baron comes walking up.
Welcome!
You know, caveman room might not be far off, actually. Yeah, pretty broy, but in an old man way. But we didn't come here to judge his design sense. We're here to find the evidence to incriminate and or redeem my father. You squeeze Maxwell's shoulder, sensing the tension and turmoil within him. We'll find something. Come on, let's look.
We've got cigars, we've got a compass, and we've got a family portrait. Guess we'll go with the photo. Here.
Oh my gosh. Look at the family photo. Ah, it's them as children. Almost stalkerish like the Trump photos. Oh wow, talk about a throwback. Young Maxwell was so cute. Definitely from my chunkier days. Little Max loved his chicky nuggies. God, you and a friend of mine could get a well wrong. Just great. You both even say chicky nuggies. You look so happy. In general, sure, but on that day, not so much. All I remember is my dad's perfectionism, the stress of getting our hair and outfits just right. He was like a drill sergeant. Mom was at her wit's end, and me and Bertrand were this close to running away and joining the circus. But Dad was going to have a prestigious family portrait, come hell or high water. Appearances, prestige, that's what matters to him. That's depressing. Let's go with the compass. What about this? Seems like a strange souvenir to keep. Oh, my dad used this compass with the family's maps all the time. He showed me how to navigate and tell me all about our neighboring countries. Sounds like a sweet memory, right? It was, until I learned from Bertrand that he really only did that to teach us to gain intel on other countries. Every outsider was a potential enemy. We needed to learn their shortcomings and their weaknesses, how to get the upper hand before they did the same to us. I guess that's always how we saw the world. Cigar. Examine a cigar. It smells richly of fine tobacco. What do you make of this? You never mentioned your dad smoking. It was rare, but he smoked the occasional cigar. Oh, my mom and I hated them. We scolded him to stop and said it smelled like old man's campfire. Old man campfire. I mean, I love the smell of a campfire, but how does an old man campfire? But he smoked them anyway? Well, it was mostly when he was smoothing with important fancy pants nobles behind closed doors. I guess his machinations were always more important than his family's ones. Searching through the trophy room, you see a dark cloud fall over Maxwell's expression. Hey, you alright? You seem a bit more somber than usual. Granted, your usual is 0% somber. I guess I thought delving into my past would be like a movie. But instead it's just a gritty 2000s remake of said hypothetical movie. Maxwell. Suddenly Maxwell's eyes light up as he notices an object mounted on the wall. Oh hey! I haven't seen this in ages! Fishing pole. You've seen this fishing pole before? I have. During a fishing trip my dad took me on when I was younger. I'd forgotten all about it until just now. It happened just a few weeks before my dad fell sick, which honestly overshadowed things. It was the last solo trip he and I ever took, and this is the pole he used to teach me to fish. In retrospect, there was a lot he taught me that day, about Godfrey and Constantine and power and family. Unlock the special scene, play as young Maxwell and learn more about Barthelemy. Okay, with this music and that kid looking like this, it looks very sinister, I'm just saying. Normally you want to say, oh, cute kid. No. I'd love to hear the story, if you don't mind telling. Well, lucky for you, it just happens that I'm an expert storyteller. Oh, playing as Maxwell. The thing about fishing trip was, it didn't actually start as a fishing trip. Okay, Maxwell, you can do this. Just stealth in, grab Mr. Kraken from where you left him under the coffee table, and stealth out. Dad won't even notice that you interrupted his...
If you have a point, do Godfrey spit it out.
His meaning. You peek around the corner into the parlor and you see King Constantine pacing the room in front of your dad and Duke Godfrey.
The point is, we've been far too lax in negotiations with our neighbors. We've allowed their interests to outweigh Cordonia. We need to look out for ourselves first, lest any sign of weakness invite the attention of Cordonia's enemies. He's right, Your Majesty. I know you wish to honor the late Queen's memory, but when it came to our neighbors, she was always rather so... Do not ever presume to tell me about my wife. Do not tell me how to run this kingdom. I'm your king, you take orders from me, not the other way around. Is that understood?
Yes, my liege. Constantine turns and storms out down the hallway, nearly running you over as he passes you. Hi, Your Majesty.
Good day.
Maxwell. I was never here. Wave your hands and try to vanish in the shadows of the hallway, but despite your daily hopes that the universe will grant you superpowers, nothing happens.
You clearly are here, Maxwell.
It was worth a try. Is everything okay with the king? He seemed pretty mad.
Don't worry about that, young man. That's adult business.
Godfrey and your dad exchange a very serious grown-up look, but at the gesture of your dad, Godfrey turns to leave.
Since our meeting ended rather early, how would you like to go on a fishing trip?
This is where he's gonna strangle him with a fishing line and dump him in the lake, right? Me? Now? With you?
It's an old Belmont tradition. I took Bertrude when he was around your age, and it's high time you learned to use a rod and tackle.
I can't even remember the last time I hung out with my dad solo before that, so given the choice between fatherly bonding or straining my baby Maxwell brain over politics... Woo! I took the trip.
Maxwell, stop dangling off the prow or you'll fall overboard.
I trust the fish to come save me.
Okay, Aquaman. I'm more likely to come swimming to these.
He hands you a fishing rod with bait set on the hook, and you do the best to copy what he's holding.
Make sure you have enough slack in your line. Don't hold it too tight.
Yes, sir.
Now, draw your arm back and throw it forward. Try to use your wrist.
The flick of the wrist. Just imagine it's the song. He tosses his own line into the water, making it look easy and cool. When you follow his instructions, your hook lands in the water with a satisfying plop. I did it. Now what?
Oh, we wait.
Dad sits on one of the boat benches, and so do you too. And then it keeps sitting and sitting for what feels like 100 years. Do-bop, do-boop-a-doop-a, do-bop.
Waiting doesn't require humming, Maxwell.
I'm bored. Your dad sighs.
Then perhaps we should talk about this morning. It must have been strange to see your father fighting with our king.
Honestly, I was more worried about Godfrey.
Duke Godfrey.
Right, sorry. My point is, you two used to hang out a lot, but now he almost never comes over. And when he does, he seems kind of grumpy about it.
That's very astute of you to notice, Maxwell, but it's nothing you need to worry your little head about.
He looks around as if to check, as if there isn't any spy in the ocean.
Listen, Maxwell, if anyone asks what you saw today, you must tell them it went swimmingly. There was no fighting, no shouting, no mishap. All is well in our house.
But that's not how it happened. King Constantine, he was...
You must trust me, Maxwell, for the good of House Beaumont. This may not make sense at your age, but sometimes adults have to make difficult decisions. Ones our friends or associates don't understand. But I want you to remember that there are virtues that go beyond friendship or loyalty to the crown.
Like love?
Love, no, boy. Like the glory and standing of our house.
And there's something strange about his tone. Like he's dropped a hint and is waiting for you to understand. But before you can say anything, you feel a tug on the line. Ah! It's moving! What do I do?
Reel it in, quickly.
I'll use the rod. You reach your teeth and tug on the line. Whatever's on the hook tries to fight you, but you aren't gonna let this fish and bear shoot in front of your dad.
That's it. Steady now, steady.
For the honor of House Beaumont. You tug a glittering creature out of the water. Oh my god! All hail Cthulhu! Oh my god! Can we keep him?
Out of respect for our house's sigil, we must let him go in peace. Take a good look at him, Maxwell.
Cthulhu!
It's what most people imagine when they think of our house. A small, trifling thing.
It makes our house kind of look cute.
But we are not trifling or cute. There are true squids out there, Maxwell, fearsome behemoths, the hidden titans of the deep.
Titans of the deep. Sounds kind of cool, but also kind of scary. You feel more connected to this bubbly little guy than a big kraken.
That's what House Beaumont truly is, about perseverance, the hidden strength to face our enemies if the water stirred, and might to take that which is within our reach. That's the legacy I try to uphold each day, and someday the legacy will fall to you and Bertrand.
Yes, sir, I know.
So I want you to remember the strength, always, and to support your brother in defending this house at all costs. Will you do that for me, son?
Your dad calls you Maxwell all the time. When he says hi in the morning, when he's testing you on your lessons, when you're in trouble. But those rare times when he calls you son, it's like he's really talking to you. Beaumont to Beaumont. Man to man. You don't get all the things he's talking about, but that part sticks. I will, Dad. Now playing as Riley. So that was your last solo trip together, and that's all he said, even though he knew he was sick? Yep. Maxwell turns the fishing pole over in his hands, and he puts it away, his expression torn. If I was in his shoes, and I knew I'd have to say goodbye to my kid, I would have told him I loved him, how proud I was of him. But 3 weeks out from going into a coma, all he wanted to do was talk about House Beaumont, this and the legacy, that. It sounds like you could use a hug. Wrap your arms around Maxwell's shoulders, and he hugged you just as tightly back. Thanks, Riley. I'll be okay. You don't have to, though. You're allowed to not be okay about all of this. I know, but right now, I just really want some answers. Then let's see what we can find. The two of you continue scouring the trophy room, turning over liquor bottles, useless notes, and assorted books. Hey, something seems off. Does this stack of books feel light? It wasn't enough to betray his family. My dad had to betray his literal... Oh, hey, you're right. One of these books feels hollow. The two of you open the suspicious novel and find... Secret cash. A photo of your dad and some letters and... passports? The person in this photo, their face is scratched out. Just who is my dad meeting with? Let me see that. You take the scratched out photo depicting a slightly younger Barthelemy meeting with an unidentifiable figure, and you turn the photo over. Need to lay low. And it looks like a key. Like a Kingdom Hearts sword, but a key. Need to lay low. And some sort of drawing or symbol? This doesn't add up. This looked like it was taken in the past few years, but my dad's been comatose for over a decade. These passports, some have travel stamps from the past few years as well. Not to mention they all use aliases, and not even good ones. Bartholomew, Bonaparte, Bartagan, Bellabon? Traveling, laying low, meeting with mysterious people. There's something else. These letters. Maxwell picks up one of the letters. Duke Belmont. Your offer is generous, but I cannot condone what you're planning to do. Find yourself a different doctor. There are a few more like this, all saying the same thing. A look of anger and hurt overtakes Maxwell. But I guess he eventually found a doctor who'd cooperate. You know what this means, right, Riley? It means Barthelemy faked his illness. Exactly. He was looking for a doctor who'd back his false claims. Oh my god. He abandoned you and Bertrand all that time. And for what? To fly around incognito and meet with shady people? He lied to me, Riley. He lied to everyone. And what am I going to tell Bertrand? It was bad enough when Dad left him to manage the house alone on accident, but this... Put a hand on his shoulder. Maxwell, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine what you must be going through. This whole time I've been holding out hope that maybe he wasn't such a bad guy, that maybe there was a good reason he was doing such horrible things. But I realize now the signs were all around me. He was always someone who valued power over loyalty, ambition over family. Maxwell, we're your family now. You have me, Amanda, Bertrand, Liam, Hannah, and even Drake, and we will always be there for you, despite not having a dad who could teach you the value of family. You ended up building a pretty great one. Riley, thank you. This means more to me than you'll ever know. You pull him into a tight hug, and he reciprocates, leaning on you in one powerful, vulnerable moment, until... Suddenly your phone vibrates, shattering the silence. You pull it out as quickly as you can. You know, usually the has been the car in the other books, but... this is bad. Yeah, I'm barely getting any bars. How do you have reception? Well, this is a good time to talk about the... No, I mean, someone's calling me, and it's Olivia. She almost never calls. It must be important. That's true. She does say that starting a conversation is a sign of weakness. Olivia? Riley, I hate to call a sign of weakness and all that, of course. But I assume you're not doing anything important. Actually, we're in the middle of some espionage, and hey, why would you assume that? There's no time to coddle your ego. I need you to stop playing Olivia and head over here as soon as you can. Lycos needs your help, and I'm afraid it's urgent. It's time to meet with Olivia. Wow, Olivia. Lycos, but what obstacles await you in the great house of Nabrakis? Find out in the next chapter. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me and my content. Without further ado, I have a few things to say. First of all, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being fans of my content. Please make sure to subscribe. It means a lot to me if you do so. Next up, there is a video up on my channel, one of which will allow you to win some games. Feel free to check that out as well. And next up, there is another channel, or excuse me, another video about me and another channel currently. Please watch that. I'm just saying. If you do not understand it, or you have something to say, please either leave something in the comment section below, or if you want to do it in private confidence, please do that as well, especially if you have any questions or any comments. Long story short, I value each and every single one of you and your input. However, I need you now more than ever. That's all I'm gonna say. I need you to go, look at those videos, make up your own mind, and if you side with me and the fact that everything that happened, I need your support now more than ever. I've never asked you for this. I've never needed this. But unfortunately, I do now. That's all I'm going to say. This is for you to be a human being, to prove to me that there is still some faith in humanity and some intelligence. That is all. Without further ado, thank you for watching. Have a good one.